In this part 3 video of rapid revision, we have to see thyroid gland is here, two lobes of the thyroid gland. So if the pin is here, it is called as lateral lobe of the thyroid gland. So you have to write the relations for the lateral lobe alone. If the pin is here, it is called isthmus of the thyroid gland. So you have to write the isthmus relations, superior border and inferior border relations. And here is the big one which is going extending into the hyoid bone from the isthmus. It is called pyramidal lobe. Along with that, you have the levator glandulae thyroidae, very important spotters. This is a remnant of the thyroglossal duct. And the next one here, if you see, you have the very important muscle cricothyroid is here, already showed, that is supplied by the external laryngeal nerve. Then if you turn it back, glove, okay. Then next is the tongue. So tongue, the important spotters are, so this is the anterior two-third of the tongue. So if the pin is here, it is called anterior two-third of the tongue. The nerve supply, you have to write general and special. General is by lingual, special is by chorda tympani. This is anterior. And if you go back, it is the posterior one-third of the tongue. Here you should write the nerve supply as both by glossopharyngeal. So here, ஒரு நிமிஷம் இது ஓப்பன் பண்ணுங்க, இது ஓப்பன் மட்டும் பண்ணுங்க, open 2 minutes. Okay, this is the posterior one-third of the tongue. This, if the pin is here, this is posterior one-third. If the pin is here along the papillae, can you see the papillae? So we'll put the pin over here. You should write circumvallate papillae. Nerve supply is by glossopharyngeal. And then go to this area. This is epiglottis. Already I showed. So this area, you have the median glossoepiglottic fold and the lateral glossoepiglottic fold. So this area will put the pin. This is vallicula supplied by internal laryngeal nerve. So anterior two-third, posterior one-third, which is full of lingual tonsil, and posterior most is the vallicula. It is supplied by internal laryngeal nerve. These are the three spotters. And the next spotter is this area. This area, see, this is tongue. I am going back to the larynx. This area is laryngeal cavity, so it is laryngopharynx. This is the area called pyriform fossa. The boundaries are medially by the glossoepiglottic fold and the quadrangular membrane and the aryepiglottic fold, laterally by the thyroid cartilage. So this side you have the thyroid cartilage, right? So you have the thyroid cartilage here, thyroid cartilage and thyroid membrane. So this is about the pyriform fossa. Then we'll go to the interior of the larynx. So this interior of the larynx, you have the okay. So this part is the interior of the larynx, seen clearly. This is called supraglottic part. From the vocal cord, it is called infraglottic part, and this part is called as glottic part, right? Supraglottic part now supplies internal laryngeal nerve, and up to the vocal cord, it is called as it is supplied by internal laryngeal nerve. So you have to see clearly. This is called vestibular fold and this is called vocal fold. In between these two, there is a space called sinus of larynx. Beneath the vestibular fold, this is called saccule of larynx, where you have get mucus glands which lubricates the vocal cord. And the nerve supply for the sinus of, they will put the pin over here and they will ask to identify the probed space. You should write as sinus of larynx or the ventricle of larynx. Nerve supply is by internal laryngeal nerve. The glottic part is devoid of lymphatics. Supraglottic part drains into the deep cervical nodes. Infraglottic part drains into the pre-laryngeal or pre-tracheal nodes. Can you see the trachea? So up to this only it is called as larynx. So that's all about the larynx. So supraglottic, and this is called the inlet of the larynx, where you get, this is the quadrangular membrane. This is the area where you have the quadrangular membrane. This fold is called as aryepiglottic fold. The quadrangular membrane inferior portion is formed the vestibular fold, right? This one, vestibular fold. This is the cricothyroid or conus elasticus. The superior part is called as vocal fold. Thank you.